Have you ever been in a place where everything on the outside looks perfectly fine? You're doing well, you're making friends, you're attending classes, smiling in pictures. I mean, everything's just as beautiful as it could be. But then, quietly enough, you start to feel like a stranger in your very own life. That was me. I wasn't falling apart, I was in no crisis, but then there was just something missing. And that something was me. And it took me weeks to find that out. And when I did, guess what? I didn't see it coming. Hey, welcome to Not There Yet, a podcast about becoming. Becoming a version of yourself you're still trying to figure out. I am Hanayan Abdullah, an engineering student, artist, and on most days, just a guy trying to figure life out and trying to chase the best version of myself, even when I have no clue who that is. This first episode is personal. It's about my first semester in uni, where I started out with hopes, excitement, joy, and it ended with me not knowing who I was anymore. It's about one of those times when you thought you would be somewhere, but you're not. And worst of all, you don't even know if you are you anymore. Alright, story time. When I first left for Canada, I was nervous. Of course, I was. Leaving my mom, my dad, and everything behind. Everything hurt. But honestly, at that particular moment, I think that I was more excited than being scared. Scared was more of a thing right underneath layers and layers of excitement and layers of me telling myself that that's it. This is it. It's a new, clean slate, a new beginning. I was ready to start a new story. So, me and my dad, we flew to the States 10 days before me having to start uni. We were flying to Pennsylvania. That's where my uncle is. So this was more of a warm in between where I'm still close enough to touch family. You get it? After which, so these 10 days passed by. Then my uncle brought me to Winnipeg, helped me settle in my dorm, and that's when my dad stayed behind and he eventually flew back home. Anyways, so eventually my uncle helped me settle in and everything, and then in just a day, the next day, he left as well. Now, even then, funny thing was, I didn't cry. I didn't feel like crying. I didn't feel anything. My emotions only started with excitement and the fact that it's all right. It's all good. I am ready to start. Right? I felt ready. All right. The first few weeks were good. I met my roommate the night I landed and we clicked. We moved into the dorm together, found ourselves a friend group, and there it was. We started making memories. Already. We were playing billiards at night, hanging out in lounges, laughing, bonding. I started attending classes, putting in the effort, was doing academically amazing. It felt like things were working out. I was built for this new beginning after all, right? But they say that very rightly that everything that's going good in your life is just a calm before the storm. So that's how 2 months passed by, joyful enjoyment, excitement, new beginning. And then that feeling creeped into me. Around the end of second month, something started to feel off. Something, not bad, not sad, just off. I couldn't point at anything that was wrong because everything was fine. Like, everything was fine. I couldn't really point at anything, but I didn't feel like I was in it anymore. Whatever I was doing, anything I was having fun with, whatever I was enjoying, I didn't feel like I was in it anymore. I was going through these motions, but something had gone quiet inside me. Then one night, it just hit me. I was doing well, but I wasn't me. I didn't recognize myself anymore. Back in high school, I was never just a student. I was the all rounder, the guy who was in everything: robotics, innovation, art, events. I was constantly building something, organizing something, performing somewhere. I almost never attended classes, dude. Not because I was lazy, but because I was always doing. I had a name, a role, and some sort of presence among every other person in school, be it friends, be it teachers, be it students, be it juniors, be it seniors. I was known. Here's the funny thing about life: when you've been through all of that, when you've been through being known, and then suddenly you've thrown out into the ocean, you realize that you're just one of the fishes in the sea, just one of them. Same way here, I was just another student, a name on a residence list, a body in the lecture hall. No one knew me, no one saw me, and because of that, I think I stopped seeing myself too. And honestly, I didn't know how to become that version of me again. That was the worst part. Because I didn't have a step by step tutorial book that, oh, this is what I did: step one, step two, step three, and boom, the Hanayan in school. That is how I became that. No, it was just a natural process of constant support from parents, teachers, being in one single building for almost 12 to 13 years of your life. It is a long time and enough time and a small enough place to become someone. And it happens almost on its own. I think what played most of the role at that time used to be the fact that my mom used to push me into all these debates, clubs, competitions, football, sports, everything. But who is here to push me, to guide me, to tell me, yo, Ayan, take this path. You're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. You keep doing this and that, and you're finally gonna be known. You're finally gonna be someone again. In school, I had that reputation, the momentum, the connections in Canada. I had none of that. That is where something I call the identity crisis comes in. This is the funny thing about life. When you go from being known to being a no one, it does something to your spirit. I wasn't used to just sitting in class. I wasn't used to being unseen. I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know what to sign up for, how to start over, where to begin. It was just a constant loop of me missing the version of me who was busy being someone. Here, I was just busy keeping up. And that made me feel like a background character in my very own story. Looking back now, I don't think I was broken. I think I was just transitioning, painfully, quietly, into a new version of me. I didn't know how to hold space for the in betweens. From going from point A to C, there's always a B. And I thought in life you can just skip from A to C, but I don't think that's how it works. Sometimes being lost doesn't look like chaos. Sometimes it looks like, funnily enough, again, it looks like good grades. It looks like fun friends. It looks like a perfectly normal, happy life, but just a hollow feeling that you can never explain. If you're in that space where you're living a life that looks fine but feels off, I just want you to know you're not crazy. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're just not there yet. And listen to me, trust me, that's okay. Maybe you wanted to hear it from somebody else. Maybe you wanted to hear it from someone who has gone through the same thing. So here's it. That is completely okay. One thing I've realized is that that feeling is just a part of life. It's a part of starting anything new. That's how it is. That's how humans are wired into making some place their comfort zone and then going into somewhere else and feeling completely unknown again. But eventually, you give it enough time, you give it enough patience, you can make a home in a new place as well. Thank you for listening. I'll see you guys next week with the new version of myself. Bye bye.